I said, can you please switch off the Qur'an? So they look at me. Is this a real Sheikh? You don't want to listen to Qur'an? I said, I can't. How can I take the food and listen to the Qur'an the same? Qur'an is so powerful. Welcome all of you. I just want to start with this story, which happened 2001 in a small village in my country, Mauritania. This small village in the desert, where there is one of the most prominent scholar. I've never seen like this scholar in my life, Shaykh Muhammad Salim al-Addud, rahimahullah. So I went to that village to improve my knowledge in Qur'an and Arabic in details. So when I came in the first time, it was Salatul Fajr, and the Imam was the scholar himself. And he read Surah Al-Hadid in the first rak'ah and Al-Mujadala in the second rak'ah. I'm a person who's so emotional. When I listen to any poetry or any nasheed, or before I become practice any song, I engage totally with the meaning. So when I came to Qur'an, Qur'an amazed me in a way that day when that Sheikh recites the Qur'an, every time I feel I'm flying. And in Mauritania, when you are very amazed with something, we see a word like ski. It means wow in our language. So every time that Sheikh recites, I say ski. So the one next to me, he just made this to me. Then I realize I'm in Salah. So then he continue. Then he come, I'm flying, ski. Then again he made this. Till he finished Salah, he grabbed me and we went to the Sheikh. He said, this guy is ignorant. He doesn't know anything about the rules of Salah. So the Sheikh said, what's the problem? He said, he always says ski, ski, ski. So the Sheikh, maybe this is the first situation come to his, why do you say ski always? He said, just when I listen to Qur'an, I can't hold myself. I'm just always, so I say ski out of conscious. So another guy said, his salah is valid. So Sheikh said, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. He said, that's amazing. Allah give you a gift. However, don't say ski anymore. So I come today, just ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala this morning after Fajr. I wish I can transform the feeling I had when I listened to Qur'an to every single Muslim. And I met many scholars and ubbad, they have the same feeling. However, also I met many people, they have nothing when they listen to Qur'an. And this is bother me. Because Qur'an is unbelievable. One day, just a few years ago in Bolton, someone invited me in iftar in Ramadan. Very nice iftar, and then when they sit at the table, there is a Qur'an in the background. So I said, food and Qur'an, how's this can? I said, can you please switch off the Qur'an? So they look at me. Is this a real Sheikh? You don't want to listen to Qur'an? I said, I can't. How can I take the food and listen to the Qur'an the same? Qur'an is so powerful. It's impossible. So I wish in these few minutes to transform this feeling to some of you, because really we need to come back to Qur'an. As Dr. Suhaib said, to follow Qur'an. Dr. Suhaib talked about the qira'ah and the tilawa and the tadabbur in very deep meaning. We need that deep meaning. Because majority of us are non-Arab, so we have to do something. The first advice and the best advice I will give you to you, just learn Arabic. Yes, that's the best advice. All these translations and all this book, you can't feel that sense of the Qur'an till you learn Arabic. And now, alhamdulillah, is the time of languages. Many people, they try to learn many languages nowadays. So every time my daughters, they love languages, One day, one of my daughters, what do you learn? Chinese. Then another one, Korean. The second one, language is very easy for the generation nowadays. What about Arabic? It's not a language of race. It's a language of the Holy Qur'an. So when you learn that Arabic, it's not about just, it's about when you pray, you will be in the different world. Literally in different world. You will fly with the ayatullah tabaraka wa ta'ala. So learn Arabic. I want to start here with what Dr. Suhaib mentioned, that Qur'an is unique. Even for those in Arabia who speak Arabic and master Arabic, and Arabic is their own language, they impressed when the Qur'an came to them. Even by some terms. As Dr. Suhaib mentioned, tilawa. That's a unique term. It's not qira'ah. It's tilawa. Even this for them is a new. That because it's not just reading, it's to follow what you read. Ayah. That's unique for them. To mention every single statement as an ayah, even the term surah, that's unique for them. Do you know what does surah mean in Arabic? Anyone can tell me what does surah mean in Arabic? Go on. Huh? Big what? Picture. That's surah. That's with sad. We here talk with sin. Yes? It's from the word sur. That's one opinion. It's from the fence, because this is the same root. It means every single surah is a fence. Inside that fence, a lot of flowers, treasures. Come and knock the door of that fence with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and enter. But surah also mean high status. In the poetry, An-Nabi Ghadhubiani said, أَلَمْ تَرَ أَنَّ اللَّهَ أَعْطَاكَ سُورَةً تَرَى كُلَّ مُلْكٍ دُونَهَا يَتَذَبْذَبُ. He said to the king, Allah gave you surah. What does that mean? Gave you high status. Even the term are unique. Even to divide this Qur'an to surahs, 114, means there is purpose behind that. Every surah is unique, has its own style, words, impressions, expressions. Do you know that every single surah in Qur'an has a word or more, or expression or more only mentioned in that surah? Can you imagine? Surah Al-Fatiha has one word. Allah never mentioned this word with this meaning except in Surah Al-Fatiha. And you all memorize Surah Al-Fatiha. Can you tell me what's that word? Only in Surah Al-Fatiha with this meaning. It's the word Iyaka. This pronoun, you never found it with this meaning except in Surah Al-Fatiha. And Allah mentioned it twice. That means this is the secret of Surah Al-Fatiha. And it's in the middle, exactly in the surah. Praising Allah first, and the dua is the second part, and in the middle, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. إِيَّاكَ, it means it's you. When I talk to you, I say, نَعْبُدُكَ, talk to my Lord, نَعْبُدُكَ, it means I worship you. But he didn't say نَعْبُدُكَ, he said إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. To feed hasr, it means it's only you we worship. So, إِيَّاكَ, it means only you we worship. Only you we seek help. Surah we all memorize, and one word only mentioned there. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ. Very short surah. Tell me some words Allah mentioned only in Quran in this surah. As-Samad. Is there any As-Samad in Al-Quran? Look at the uniqueness. Is there any other words? Kufuwan? Is there any other word? With this short surah. Lam yalid wa lam yulad, this expression only here. Is there any other word? Ahad. Ahad is only here. There's many ahad in Quran, but not as a name of Allah. That's different meaning. But Ahad as the name of Allah only in Surah As-Samad. Look how many uniqueness in very short surah. Because this is the book of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Second point, what's the key of the Quran after learn Arabic? Is to recite Quran, to read Quran as a guidance. You may say, that's obvious. Every Muslim read Quran or recite as a guidance. No, it's not obvious. Some Muslims read Quran only for one purpose. Some of them, to protect them from evil eye. Oh, my children used to get high grades. What's going on? Evil eye. Bring someone to recite Quran. Only in that purpose they will recite Quran. Not as a guidance. Some people recite Quran just when they feel that they are too attached to dunya. That's good. So they recite Quran, they feel that tranquility, put that Quran in that shelf, Assalamu alaikum, next month. Some people recite Quran just to gain rewards. You may be impressed, but that's good. Yes. But to make that the ultimate purpose, it's a big problem. Some people read, that's why in Ramadan they read a lot. Khatma, after khatma, 2 khatma, 5 khatma, 6 khatma. Because they said, Alif Lam Mim, every single letter or word is equal 10 good deeds. So in Quran, if you interpret as a letters, more than 300,000 letters, times 10, more than 3 million. So every khatma, 3 million. Long time ago in Ramadan in one country, one Sheikh, he want to remind people. So he make this calculation. Look, Quran, if you made 1 khatma is 3 million, 2 khatma, 6 million, 3 khatma, 9 million. Bismillah, we become millionaires. It's not like this. Then why Rasulullah ﷺ mentioned that? When someone go and found a treasure, amazing, but it is in the top of the mountain. So he came back to his village and said, oh, I saw amazing treasure, come with me. You will never regret. They said, no, it's too far, we want to. Then he will encourage them. If you come to that treasure, I will give you this. If you come to that treasure, I will give you this. Then they start to go slowly to treasure. When they found treasure, will they concern about what that man give them? Or they will amazed by the treasure? That's just an example. Rasulullah ﷺ told us, read, recite, because when we recite, we'll discover treasures. We'll never think about this calculation anymore. That's why Rasulullah ﷺ and the righteous people after him, sometimes they spend one night just repeating one ayah. Why they don't do khatma? Then you'll get a lot of rewards. Because then they forget about the rewards now. They are in something more important, which are with that treasure. So, to recite Quran, some people recite Quran just in Ramadan because they are Muslims. So the key here after learning Arabic, learn Quran as a guidance. You may ask, what's the difference? I will tell you. If you recite Quran as a guidance, will you take guidance from something you don't know the meaning? How can you take guidance then? That's the first difference. If you read just for reward, you recite, you don't know any meaning. But when you want guidance, you'll stop in every single statement. And Quran encourages you to reflect. Because in the beginning of Baqarah, you'll find the first example. مثلهم كمثل الذي استوقد نارا فلما أضاءت ما حوله. What does that mean? So you have to reflect because you want guidance. So guidance that's niyyah can change everything. When you come across any story, you'll ask yourself, that story, there is a guidance. It means it's not just a story. Then you will start ask everything. Why Allah mentioned these names? There is Haman, Qarun, Fir'aun, Harut, Marut, Ad, Thamud, many names in Qur'an. But there is no Abu Bakr or Umar or Uthman or Ali or Talha or Bilal in Qur'an. Only one Sahabi in Qur'an mentioned. Who's that Sahabi? Zayd. In which surah? Ahzab. And even Zayd in Arabic, if you say فَلَمَّا قَضَى زَيْدٌ مِنْهَا, Zayd in Arabic can indicate any man. If you don't know the name of that man, you say, Zayd, bring me this. And also in Quran, there is no Abu Jahl, no Umayyah ibn Khalaf, no Walid ibn Rabi, no Utbah ibn Rabi'ah, no all these people who deny the message. Only one, who is Abu Lahab, for a purpose. Then why that ancient nations, a lot of names, Qarun, Fir'aun, Haman, because those names, it's just examples. Allah will repeat the same examples in every single nation. Every single nation has a Fir'aun, and Haman, and Qarun, and that status of magician, as-Sahara, that story will repeat it, but need reflection. That's only if you read it as a guidance. If you read as a guidance, you'll come across a lot of battles in Quran. Badr, Uhud, Al-Ahzab, Banu Nadir. All these battles, go and read it in the books of Seerah. And come and read it in Quran and you'll see a difference. Ghazwat Badr in Kutub al-Seerah is different than Ghazwat Badr in Surah Al-Anfal. Because Quran is unique. So the key here is read Quran as a guidance. Then you'll have a long journey with Quran. Long journey with Quran. Third point here, Quran divided to surahs. And when you look at the names of the surahs, you're surprised. The longest surah in our book called the cow. If non-Muslim ask you, the longest surah in your book called the cow, and it's the second surah. Is that very important that he called the surah the cow? And you'll more also surprised when you read Surah Al-Baqarah. And you'll find that there's the main themes in Quran is in Surah Al-Baqarah. He can call it the Surah Al-Tawheed, Surah Al-Salah, Surah Al-Hajj, Surah Al-Zakah, Surah Al-Sawm. All these themes in Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah. That's another uniqueness of Quran. When a writer wants to write in very famous newspaper, he will think carefully at that night in his first essay or report, what's the title? If you write down a very direct title, then the people will go, oh, he will talk about this. The people will expect what under that title. But Quran is unique. Quran wants you to reflect, even when you listen to title, what's that? I will read the whole surah to find out why he titled it as Surah Al-Baqarah. Encourage you to reflection even in the names of the surahs. Surah Al-Baqarah is named as Al-Baqarah because this is the longest surah, the first surah after Fatiha. When you read Surah Al-Baqarah, oh, the story of the cow of the people before us. Yes, what does that mean? It means the first passage of Surah Al-Baqarah is just the mistakes of the people of the book before us. In another word, before you hold this last message, learn from mistakes from people before you. All their mistakes can memorize in that short story. If you learn this, then now you can take the leadership. That's why the first passage of Surah Al-Baqarah is about Banu Israel. After that, immediately, turning Qibla. Turning Qibla indicates turning leadership from those who made that mistake to us. Then the second passage of Surah Al-Baqarah is commands. Reflection in everything in Qur'an. And the amazing thing that you read Qur'an and memorize it and recite it every single night. And every time you still have something unique and new. That only can be in Qur'an. When it was Corona, COVID-19, there's no masajid opening that time in Ramadan. So me and one of my students in Bolton, we pray Qiyamul Layl, Taraweeh, at my home. Every time when we've completed 2 rak'ahs, straight away, there is always a notebook close to me and I write in very fast way, write for 10 minutes. So my student or brother said, what's going on here? Are you okay, Sheikh? Is there anything you forget about today or something you want to go to tomorrow you want to do it? I said, no. But in Qiyamul Layl especially, there's some meaning come to your mind, never come only in Qiyamul Layl. Allah said, إِنَّ نَاشِئَةَ اللَّيْلِ هِيَ أَشَدُّ وَطْئًا. When you recite Quran in Qiyamul Layl, it's completely different. You want futuhat and meaning in Quran, recite it in Salah after Isha, where there's darkness. That's Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala said. إِنَّ نَاشِئَةَ اللَّيْلِ هِيَ أَشَدُّ وَطْئًا. Or in another qira'ah, وِطَاءً. وَطْئًا, it means when you make footstep. There's a mark here because of your feet. That mark on the earth, it's just like when you recite Quran at night, make mark but on your heart. So the meaning come to your mind. So this Quran is encourage you. There's many things to say, but I wish brothers and sisters from this conference to take a decision. And we are now in a new year. So set a plan, set your goals in this new year. I want to understand Quran. I want to feel it, and I want to follow it, to engage with it, to pay attention to Quran. That will be the best decision in your life. And set plan. I want to learn Arabic. Otherwise, I want to go to this method of Quranic.com, but do something.